Hi class, this is a quick recording to explain to you how to view feedback through the Feedback Studio on Turnitin.com. This is the way you will be seeing my feedback to you on your essays, and it's also a way for your rough drafts that you can get a sense of if you are quoting and summarizing and paraphrasing things adequately. So this is the view that you'll see if you're in Feedback Studio. You will see this up in the upper left-hand corner. The way to get to the Feedback Studio is explained in the document on viewing the feedback on your essays. So there's not an easy way for me to show you how to get to this, but that document will explain how to get there. So this is an example of a paper that's on there. If you want to see comments, if this is your paper and it's returned, you'll be able to see that there will be items like this that I've placed on there. If you click on those, it will give some more detailed explanation of what that thing means. There are also these kind of bubble comments, and if you click on that, it'll pop up and you'll be able to see some detailed thing that I've said about that. Also, on the side, you won't have this many options, but you will have some of these options. If you click this purple one that's ETS, that's going to identify some potential grammatical errors. This can be really useful if you do turn in a rough draft ahead of time and you get this back. It can help you spot some of these things, but a word of warning that they are not always exactly accurate, and sometimes even though it may identify something, like here it says article error, this is not actually an error. Sometimes it'll just point out things. If you want to get rid of those, you just click the thing above the symbol there. To see, now notice this number here, 21. This is the match overview, and this is what you're going to want to click on to have Turnitin check against other sources in its databases and on the broader web to find out if it's finding information in your essay that it is also finding somewhere else. So if I click on that, you can see this match overview. It's highlighted this one line, and this comes from the essay number 0, where I had you actually put this line in your essay, so you can see that it's found it. If you click on there, oh, it's not going to work on yours, but I can click over here, and it's going to say that it's submitted to South Orange, and it's going to show that it happened here. It'll often show you where this source comes from on the web. This is actually from an essay in an article in Time magazine, but it's been submitted. I've done this assignment, and it's submitted to my course, so it's finding it from there too. All right, so that's a way for you to figure out if you are summarizing, paraphrasing things. Okay, this is obviously because it's finding the exact quote, and I've done nothing to show that it is a quote. That's showing me that I've got a problem. So I'm going to get rid of that filter there. And then the last thing I wanted to point out here is this button here that looks like that. That's the feedback summary. So if you click on that, you're going to have this kind of window here, and this is where I will give you the overall comments on your essay. And I can get rid of that there. One final note, this is proper MLA format, where you've got the student name, the professor, the course, and then the date in terms of day, month, year. You've got student last name, so in my case it would be Romsberg 1 as a heading up here. These should all be the same font as this. It's not, so that would be incorrect. That should be Times New Roman font, just like this. You notice this is double-spaced, just like this is double-spaced. If I had a title, it would be title right here. So that's just a real brief introduction to how to see your feedback through the Feedback Studio in Turnitin.